disguise. We were made to chase the light, but you got saved on a moonless night. Get free tonight, set it all on fire.
pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Hall, you got some presentation.
Yes, we do, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much. Would like to, these two ladies to step forward, please. Ms. Sharon Ryder and Dr. Nancy Williamson. Ms. Ryder is representative from the Campbell County School Board of Education, and Dr. Williamson serves the Oneida Special School District Board of Education. We want to thank you for being here tonight. We're evaluating our board toward our boards of distinction. We have just a little small token of appreciation. Again, we're very thankful for you guys to take the time.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Enjoy it. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, that concludes our presentation for tonight.
Is there anybody from the public wants to speak? If not, we'll move on to any principal reports. Nobody. Okay. Let's get into the.
No, I'll make my report, Coach.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hall.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'd like to give everyone an update on the turf project. We are currently right now on schedule. They are putting down 6 inches, well, I should say 4 inches of number 57 rock, and then they'll come back with 2 inches of like a crush and run 88 rock. At that point, they'll go back and reset the grade as they start leveling the gravel down, and the turf is scheduled to be delivered on the 22nd of July. So right now we were on schedule. It's been a kind of a work of art to watch that thing transpire. They are right now currently also fixing up around on the sides where they have kind of moved some dirt, and putting some back and putting it around concrete curb. Concrete curb will all be delivered Wednesday or Thursday of next week. I know we did put two projects out to bid on that, as far as with the concrete walk from the concession over to the visitor side. We did get a bid on that, which we opened at the finance committee on Monday, but we did not get a bid on the fence. So we've reached out to a couple of people. We've only bid locally, so we don't have really any local fencing companies that can take on that project. So it'll go back out to bid next Monday. We have reached out to some companies that all the contractors work with. So hopefully that will be coming in. Had we got the bids in this week, we could have done without having a core drill. And now it'll have to be core drilled once they pour the curb next week. So that's kind of where we are, the turf project. On the playroom, I sent you guys the things. I've made my recommendation for option 1. I've heard from most of you guys. If you guys want to, again, give me any direction, I would like to get Mr. Hill soon, kind of let him know which direction we want to go. That's why I think the committee's thing was also option 1. Kind of felt like that is our best suit and our best feel for the school and the community. So again, I've heard from most of you all. Would like, if okay with you guys, like to go ahead and proceed with option 1. Is our choice to get to Mr. Hill. So don't need any bid. We have permission to bid. I think it was done last year. You gave me permission to go ahead and with those services of that, or I should say, go ahead and start seeking for the bids. Mr. Hill said that once he gets everything in place, it'll be about January, mid-January, late January, before we have everything complete, and then go out to bid. So you guys let me know again. I encourage you still, if you haven't made up your mind, look at your plans, but option 1 is the best fit and the best fit for that project. So if you guys don't mind, like I said, kind of let me know. I know I've heard from the most, but just kind of let me know from that. So guys, that's what I have from there. I would like to announce that our new teacher training will be on July 23rd. We're downstairs here at the Board of Education office. During the training will be Virginia McCoy, who works with the TEA. She is the attorney for TEA. And we will encourage and invite all you board members to be there, especially for the luncheon, which will start at 11:30. You're welcome to stay all day. But again, that'll be the new teacher training on July 23rd. Also, new teacher training for July 25th will be with Mr. Duncan at the Technologies building. First day of in-service will be on July 29. We'll have Dr. Dale Henry again as our guest speaker. And the first day of school slated for Friday, August the 2nd. And Mr. Hammy, is that just for freshmen only at Scott High School?
Freshmen only that day.
Freshmen only that day at Scott High School. Okay, guys, and that's all I have, unless y'all have any questions for me.
Okay.
You, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, that brings us to item number 7. In accordance with Board Policy number 1.403, Scott County Board of Education should adopt an agenda of all items to be acted upon during the regular monthly meeting of July 11th, 2024. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Ms. Sharp? Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Terry?
Okay, item number 8, in accordance with the Scott County Board of Education Policy number 4.403, the Board of Education may include routine and non-controversial items on a consent agenda, which may be adopted by a single vote without discussion. Any item on the consent agenda may be removed and placed on the regular agenda for further consideration at the request of any board member. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp? Ms. Terry? Mr. Silcox? Mr. Stanley?
Aye. Item 9A, a schedule has been prepared listing all regular board meetings and work sessions, dates, and locations for these meetings. The schedule, when approved, will be provided to all schools, newspapers, and other individuals who request it. The Board of Education may have special call meetings during the year if the need arises. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Ms. Terry? Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Sharp? Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. King? Mr. Stanley?
Aye. Item 9D, board approval is needed to continue the contract with the STAN program. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Ms. Terry? Ms. Sharp?
Okay, item 9C, the Scott County Board of Education needs to approve the salary schedules for certified staff, non-certified staff, nutritional department, and substitutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Ms. King?
This could be Miss Tracy.
Was that, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I can't hear that.
Yeah.
My bad. Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Ms. Terry? Mr. Silcox? Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye. Brings us to item 9D. The Scott County Schools Compensation Committee has created a differentiated pay plan that will continue to compensate teachers on years of experience and advanced degrees, as well as performance matrix that tested teachers may participate in. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Item 9E, the board needs to renew the contract for the water treatment program at Scott High School. Chem Aqua Company will provide services for all chemicals and equipment to treat the cooling towers, associated closed loops, monthly service visits and freight, but no application taxes on or equipment.
make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Item 9F, approval is needed by the board to amend board policies as recommended by the TSB. Do I need to read all these, King? Okay. Do I have a motion?
This would omit 4.214, which we talked about at the work session.
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
Vote on roll call.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Resolution item 9G, according to board policy number 4.302, board approval is needed for out-of-state overnight school trips. Special ed project raise kickoff event in Murfreesboro.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Why are we doing that? That's not out of state.
It's overnight.
Oh, okay.
Vote on roll call.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Item 9H, the Aware Director would like to renew the service-related contracts. Services for behavioral analysis, therapeutic counseling services, medication management, and psychological evaluations. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Mr. Stanley?
Aye. Okay, item 9I. Scott County Board of Education is a current member of the Risk Management Trust Intergovernmental Insurance Pool operated by TSBA. The governing body for the trust has requested that the local school boards approve an intergovernmental cooperative agreement dealing with membership in the trust to include coverage in the property and casualty program and workmen's compensation program. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Item 9J, pursuant to board policy number 2.201, the Scott County Board of Education needs to approve budget amendments as recommended by the Director of Schools. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Item 9K, the Scott County Board of Education has been a member of Tennessee School Systems for Equity several years and needs to approve the dues for the 2024-2025 school year. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye. Item 9L, in accordance with the provisions of TCA Section 49-6-2109, the board must approve the utilization of buses that have 16 years of service before they can remain in service. We have 3. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Silcox, Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. King, Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Dr. Murphy.
Aye.
Okay, item 9M, pursuant to TCA 5-21-118 and School Board Policy Number 2.403, the Scott County Board of Education may declare property as surplus and authorize the Director of Finance to auction the identified surplus property on GovDeals. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
When it says auction, can we not set a minimum that it has to be auctioned? Or do we just leave that as an open?
We leave that as
bid?
open.
Okay.
Have we ever put a deal on, money line on the coach? I mean, as far as the budget, I don't think we have. Any property we haven't,
Okay.
just take bids.
Vote on roll call.
Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Ms. King,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Dr. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox, Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd.
Aye.
And item 9N, we need to purchase 4 new buses this year to replace buses going out of service. Transportation Supervisor recommends piggybacking with Sourcewell Contract number 102623-ICB. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Be our first buses with air conditioning, won't it?
No, they've all got air conditioning.
They do?
Yeah, we didn't purchase a
I
bus
didn't
without
know.
air conditioning.
I didn't know we'd ever use.
Oh, yeah.
Are they all working?
I don't know if they're all working or not, they're all purchased with air conditioning. Any bus we bought new, absolutely, we purchased with air
Yeah.
conditioning. So, they all working?
I thought I saw a comment the other day, somebody made that their bus didn't have air conditioning.
Now, some of the 04s, 05s might have had, those are the ones that probably going out of service. The one we bought here in the 12 years, we've always had air conditioning.
Nines is the first one we've got
Nine.
air conditioning. And there's still some sixes that don't have air.
But anyone we purchased in had air conditioning.
Vote on roll call.
Ms. King,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox, Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Dr. Murphy.
Aye.
Item 9O, the Scott County Board of Education needs to approve the amended contract with Field Turf.
Motion.
And what was that amended?
That was a change order, so the concrete does have to go in
Yeah.
place the limestone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Director, is that what this is about?
No, that's the bid on concrete. That was what I showed
That's
them, the
for
change
sidewalk.
order. Yes,
Okay.
that's the sidewalk. That was the concrete does have to go in place of the lime,
Okay.
because the field's being unstable.
Do we have a second?
No, we don't.
Second?
Any discussion? Vote on roll call.
Mr. Silcox, Dr. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Ms. King,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp, Ms. Terry.
Aye.
Item 9P, the Finance Department opened the bid and was sent to the board for your consideration. Twin K Construction, a concrete walkway to be poured from the concession area to the visitor sideline in the amount of $105,000. Do I have a motion?
This will also serve as a handicap, all as a handicap ramp too.
Is this the only bid we got?
It's the only bid we got. It's cheaper than what was, came in cheaper than what they first put on the thing that come out.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Does this include the concrete that's already there?
That's already paid for. That's theirs
Yes.
already done. This is outside of that.
Okay.
Yes. Good thing. And
Okay, the vote on roll call.
Mr. Silcox, Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. King,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Dr. Murphy.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Silcox, you have anything? Ms. Colleen?
only thing I'd like to say is, you know, we welcome the public. We want you to come, you know, and participate and ask questions and everything. The only thing I ask is if you leave before the meeting ends, please don't stand out here at the door and have your conversations. It is very distracting. People, one end of the sidewalk yelling back to the other people that's standing at the door. That's the only thing I ask. I'd like for you to please remember Sarah Sexton, her family, and especially her son.
Mr. Betty? Ms. Kim? Ms. Angie?
Have a good year. It's here. It's here.
I'll run roll call.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. King?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Dr. Murphy?
Aye.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
You're adjourned.